Hello guys, so after an exciting week of review, we are going to enter another exciting week of previews. Okay, so let's first of all take a look at the preview question here, right? Which of the following is correct here? So quite obviously we have some operations. They involve negative number and absolute value sign. So absolute value sign would turn the number into non-negative, right? So what is going to happen, right, is calculation like this, right? It's going to change into 5, and well, with the negative sign in front, the actual number here should be negative 5. So this one is wrong. Okay, following the same logic, let's look at the other options, right? When we subtract a negative number, it's the same as adding a number itself, right? So this would turns into 5. B is also wrong. And for C, like I said, absolute value will change the number into a non-negative version. So of course C is also wrong. And that makes D the only correct option, right? Minus negative 5, which is equal to positive 5. For the second question, if x is equal to 1, then the absolute value of 1 minus 4, right? Of 1 minus 4 is equal to how many? Well, so apparently 1 minus 4 is equal to negative 3. And remember, right, the absolute values can change a number into non-negative. So supposingly it should be equal to 3 right here. So A is the correct answer. Now, for the third question, we're trying to calculate the absolute value of negative 2 minus the absolute value of negative 4 here. Okay, so well, again, change them into non-negative version. 2 minus 4, and 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Alright, the second problem here, everything is under the absolute value sign. Let's deal with the stuff inside first. I have negative 5. I'm subtracting a negative number, so it is same as I'm adding 2. Alright, so inside the parenthesis is a negative 3, which will change into 3 after you do the absolute value. Okay, the third one here is 3's absolute value is just going to be 3. Here's the tricky thing, right? 3 minus pi, is it positive or negative? It's actually negative, right? Because pi is greater than 3. So you want to change the stuff inside into a positive version. What do? Well, this is what you can do. You can subtract it. Right? Subtracting a negative number is the same as adding a positive number. Alright, so subtracting 3 minus pi, and then if you take out stuff in the parentheses, well, pi is your answer. Okay? Alright, so for question number 4, which of the following is incorrect here? Again, we're trying to evaluate, well, which of the operation forget the property of absolute value, or forget that two negative sign combined together is equal to the positive sign, right? So let's take a look. Well, obviously A is correct, right? Negative 5 is negative 5. B is correct. Minus negative 5, which is positive 5. So absolute value of negative 5 is 5, so D is the only one wrong, right? There's a negative sign is supposed to carry to the other side of the equation. Alright, now let's do the last problem here. Okay, so for first problem, the absolute value of negative 3, which is 3, right? Plus the absolute value of 3, which is also 3, plus 5, and this would be 11. And the second problem here, we have negative, well, the absolute value sign is, well, not the negative sign is not included, so it's still negative 5 plus 4, right? Subtract negative 5, right? So it's the same as adding 5, and the answer will be 4 here. Okay, and the last problem says, right, I have 3 minus 5. Okay, 3 minus 5 is a negative number, so when I take it out of the parentheses, I add a negative sign in front, right? Using the fact that you're subtracting negative number, it's changing to positive, right? Okay, so then the second problem here, we have 4 minus pi plus 3. 4 minus 3 is 7. 7 minus pi, well, 7 is definitely greater than pi, so you don't have to do anything. Just keep 7 minus pi here, right? And then, let's calculate. So this would be 2 plus 7 minus pi, which would then be 9 minus pi here. Okay, so that's how you can solve the last problem. Well, today the preview is all about absolute values and negative calculation. Okay, this is also well, somewhere people turns to make mistakes, right? Sometimes you forgot to add a negative sign. Sometimes you forgot to change things into non-negative. Okay, so definitely be careful with that.